Hey guys, Novastar here again, and today I'm bringing you a updated deck profile. I've been playing this deck quite a bit recently because I was going to sell it, and then a friend of mine suggested this build to try it. Said he was going to build it this way, so I tried his build out, and it was working. I fell in love with the deck again, so I changed it slightly to make it suit it more my style than his build. But I am using some of his tips, like I am running more copies of the Break Ride and stuff like that in the deck instead of running other stuff. But I really enjoy playing with this deck again. Ever since I got rid of my Genesis, because I got rid of them because I wasn't using them, so I got other stuff. But so today is going to be a updated deck profile of my Shadow Paladins on my Revenger Abyss. So, just to get straight into the profile, I'm running, my starter is Judge Brow. For those of you who don't know what Judge Brow does, but I think anyone who's reading this profile should know what it does. Well, not reading this profile, watching this profile even, should know what he does. And when a Revenger Revival, when a Shadow Paladin rides him, move him back. When he boosts a Phantom unit, a unit with Phantom in its name, Counterblast 1, move him to the soul, superior call 2 grade 1s or lower from your deck in rested. So, he builds up field. Grade 3s. The main boss monster of the deck is, I'm running 4 Phantom Blaster, or should I say Revenger Phantom Blaster Abyss. I'm running 4. What he does is he legions with Blaster Blade Revenger Abyss. You can counterblast 2, choose 3 of your rear guards for Revenger in the name and retire them, so he eats 3 units. And this unit can restand. You can only use this effect on the turn that this unit legions. His other effect is when this unit attacks the vanguard, he gets plus 2k. So he's a 22k attacking legion. And he basically still gets his twin drive. He's pretty good. It just sucks that it's only on the turn he legion, so you basically use him to go for the game. If you don't game him, you re-ride and legion again. But you mostly wait until they're at 4 damage. Next, for the next road 3, is the one that you want to ride there. So I'm running 4 Illusionary Avenger Mordred Phantoms, the Break Ride for Shadow Paladins. This guy is same as Judge Brow. You should know what he does. If you don't, limit break 4, which is basically break ride. So when you ride over him at 4 damage, counterblast 1. Choose one of your units until the end. Well, if you do, choose your vanguard, and that unit gets 10k into the end turn. Search your deck for up to a grade 2 or lower root Shadow Paladin. Call it to rear guard, and it gains 5k. Doesn't have to call a Revenger, just because I'm just saying. So your vanguard gains 10k, you call out a rear guard, grade 2 or less, it gains 5k. For grade 2s, I'm running 4 Blast of the Dark Revenger Abyss. What he does is, when he's called to rear guard, counterblast 1 if you have a vanguard with Revenger in its name. Choose one of your opponent's units that's grade 1 or less and retire it. So it retires a grade 1 or less rear guard, so you basically use him to get rid of back row. Get rid of their annoying boosters and make their columns weaker as such, because then they have to use more resources to get stronger columns. So, 4. Next, I'm playing 4 Blast Dark Revengers because I played the Dorrant of the on-flip combo. Everyone should know what Blast Dark Revenger does, but again, I'll go over it. Counterblast 2 when he's called to rearguard or vanguard. If you have a vanguard with Revenger in its name, you may pay the cost. If you do, choose one of your opponent's rearguards in the front row and retire it. So also, a handy card. I do use this guy's effect every now and then, same as the other ones. I do use them. Because there is times where you can't, you can't kill him with Abyss. You don't have the rear guards or the resources for Abyss to eat, so you just use this to take out a guard instead. And next, I was told to, in my friend's build that I was testing, he was running 3 Macats, or whatever he's called. Where is it here? I was running 3 of this, but I didn't like him. I still don't like him. He's an okay card, just not my cup of tea. So I took him out, and instead I'm running 2 12k attackers. Nothing said. When he attacks, if your vanguard has revenge in its name, he gains 3k, so he's a 12k attacker. So 2 masquerades. And then I'm running 1 mana. You could run more manas, but before I put these in, before I put the masquerades, I was running 3 manas instead of this. And there were situations where I had to ride it, and riding an 8k is not really good. So I took it down to 1, and now I never seem to ride her. And she only comes in handy. She always comes in handy because she gives you an extra column, that unit that goes to the bottom of the deck. Basically, when she's called to rearguard or vanguard, choose a grade 1 from your deck or lower with revenge in its name, and call it behind her to rearguard behind her. So she basically gets a full column just by calling her. And then it returns to the bottom of the deck at the end of the turn, but that doesn't matter because you're going to eat it anyway with Abyss. So for grade 1s, I play 4 Barrier, Troop, Revenger, Dorrance. What he does is, when a Blast Attack Revenger is called into the same column as this, you can unflip 1 damage. So he gives you, that's the reason why you run 4 Blast Attacks, to get more counter blasts. For the next, I run 4 of the level 1 masquerades, the 10k attacker. What this guy is, when he attacks, if you have a vanguard with Revenger in its name, he gains 3k. That's all he does. He's just a 10k attacker. And then I'm playing 2 Black Winged Swordbreaker. She's not a Revenger, but you tend to get her out with Judge Brow. Or when you break ride, you can get her out, but ideally you get them out with Judge Brow. And what she does is, when she's called from the deck to rearguard, you can Soul Blast 1, draw a card. Which is quite handy because you do end up with quite a few cards in your soul where you have to re-ride into Abyss again, then re-ride Abyss again next turn if you didn't kill them. So you can end up building quite a bit of soul. So she does just help get rid of stuff out of the soul so you can release it back into the deck. Plus you get to draw. So this, getting 2 of these out is a +3 because this breaks even. Drawing +1, +2, +3. So this is basically essentially a +3. And then I'm running 3 perfect guards. I only have 3. I would play 4, but 3 works fine. And I play 1 quintet because, like I said, 1 quintet, 3 perfect guards works fine. Because you do unflip. I very rarely use the quintet wall. I always have the perfect guards. And most of the time, I find it's just fodder to eat. For eating, I just call it just so I know you can eat, because my vanguard can eat it really, and to get so Abyss's effect basically. Or I use it to discard it for a perfect guard because I very rarely need to use it, but I can use it if it isn't essential. So it's not bad to start off with 1 first game because you can fill your drops on instantly. As for the triggers, they're the same as everyone else's. 4 crit. Well, 4 of that crit, 4 of this crit. So 8 crit, 4 draw, and 4 heal. So 4 heals, 4 draws, and 8 crit. Pretty staple. A few honourable mentions into the deck. There is this. You can always play this guy, and then he's at his Legion mate, but I don't have one nearby. It's in my binder somewhere. And you could also run Drag Rulers, or you can run Phantom Blaster. No, Radiant Forms. There's the Radiant Form build as well. For a more fun build, I was taking in 2 Drag Rulers in my old build, but it was just more fun and it wasn't as consistent. But this build is much more consistent without these. It works really, really well for me. I mean, it's won me a lot of games recently, to be honest. It keeps up with Peridition Dragons, it keeps up with Thin Saver, it keeps up with Genesis because you just rush Genesis early game. Overall, I think it's a good deck. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for some more Vanguard and White Schwartz content. I should have a Niskoi deck profile coming up from you guys soon. I've not actually bought any boxes. I've been getting pretty much getting it all by trade. I think I'm missing like 12 cards from my deck to be done. But I'm also debating trying quad color, because why not? I might as well try it. I did it with Love Live at one point. So you never know. You might see a quad color build, but that's neither here or there. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for the next video. And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe for more White Schwartz and Vanguard content. Thanks for watching. Bye.